It's time for us to talk sports on Global Television, and we've got the biggest stories in the world of sport. Don't forget that last night was a miracle. It was Hala Madrid everywhere you went. Hala Madrid in the skies, Hala Madrid, even in Stamford Bridge, they were all singing Hala Madrid because Madrid did something extraordinary. Yes, one Chelsea fan just gave you a very strong story, and I said it was even Hala Madrid in Stamford Bridge. You had no choice but to love Madrid last night in the UEFA Champions League second leg. Some people say it looked like Madrid is immune to defeat. That was what it seemed like, because in the 78 minutes plus, Madrid was trailing 1-0, and before you knew it, the god of soccer smiled on the Galacticos, and everything turned around. One Chelsea fan is still struggling to get his mic ready because he cannot fathom how great the Galacticos are. This is officially announcing I have defected from travel to Santiago Bernabeu. How are you, Chelsea fan?
I'm very, very well, very good. And I'm super happy for Real Madrid.
Yeah, you have no choice.
Hala Madrid.
Hala Madrid.
Again, I don't know you chicken out so easily. Just throw it.
We didn't chicken out.
No.
We've always been part of Madrid. We've always been part of Madrid.
When did we come into this conversation?
In Spain, we're Hala Madrid. In Italy, we're AC Milan.
Oh, in Italy, yeah. Milan. Okay.
In the English Premier League, we're the Red Devils.
Yeah, just like what they would say, someone leaves one city to another city and then it's acting like a saint. You know, if you know what I mean. But if you don't, it is what it is. So, Madrid, it's Madrid.
Amazing last night.
Amazing last night. Vinicius Junior, let's not even get started with him.
Oh boy, he played the best football of his life.
He took the game. I was like, yes, I'm here. This is my home. I'm going to defend my home field. And he performed excellently well. And that strike, that shot, a lot of persons don't know that is a very, very technical shot, because the way the ball was going, it looked as if it wasn't so powerful. But the moment never caught it, the ball
vomited the ball. But I thought it was the way he tried to catch the ball that was wrong, because he went like this and now went like this. So it just...
The thing that
he caught it actually, but he bounced it on his chest, and
like I said, it was a very technical shot.
Yeah, the way he
hit the ball, he made sure it bounced very close to the goalkeeper, and then the goalkeeper saw the ball coming. He thought it was just
something.
So the thing that just happened was that he was just that bounce now hit his chest, and then there was nothing he could do. Yes, he felt the ball, but vomited it out.
Can we give kudos to Joselu? This is the second time he's coming in and making a very great impact, and for him to have that presence of mind to slot that ball in within that space he saw. Manuel Neuer is a very big goalkeeper. He made himself look big, but still he was able to slot that ball in.
Yeah, it's very, he's very. We can't just overemphasize how important he is in the Real Madrid team. And then the way he came in, it's just like saying going for a rebound. Like in basketball, if you shoot, the coach will tell you always go back to the rebound. That was what he did yesterday, and then he went for the rebound, and then the slight opportunity, he just tapped it. Yeah. He just tapped on it, and then he went between the goalkeeper's legs, and it was 1-1.
Let's also look at the second goal. How would you describe this? Yes, some say it was controversial, but the VAR did prove us right. He was, because when that ball was played in first, he also moved when the ball was going out. I think that was his saving grace. He had moved and returned almost immediately.
Almost immediately, yes. That was his saving grace. And again, the person that crossed the ball, again, Rudiger, was not off. You understand? And then he was behind. Given the fact that Rudiger wasn't off, automatically he placed the other guy in because the ball came from outside. And then the moment Rudiger crossed, some other players too made movements, and then
would you say it was absence of lack of concentration that did the Bayern defense in at that moment, because if you noticed, everybody was off. Even the goalkeeper wasn't expecting the ball. The ball practically rolled past Neuer.
Yeah, the ball rolled past them, but the thing is that there was nothing like that cross, and then the tapping. It's one of the unstoppable moves.
It reminds me of Emmanuel Amunike's goals for Nigeria.
Yeah, it's one of the unstoppable moves, like plays that a goalkeeper, if you get to like stop that play, you're just, you know, at the right time, at the right place, at the right time. Because the moment the ball is coming, the striker doesn't have any job to do. You can just keep your feet, and then
it touches your feet, it rolls into the net.
And again, the goalkeeper's attention, that of the defenders as well, will be on the person that is crossing without knowing that there's a running man. That was what happened yesterday. And whenever there's a running man coming from whichever side and he gets that crucial touch, don't worry, it's done.
All right, let's also look at Carlo Ancelotti. He made some changes. Before he made those changes, we saw him talk with his son, and his son did give him some info, and he shook his head as to say no, and made those changes. He threw in Camavinga and also Modric, Luka Modric. He brought in those two. He brought in a useful player and a very experienced player, and also took out Toni Kroos in the game. Did you think at that point he made the right change? Because for me at that point, I felt he made the wrong change because Camavinga wasn't getting into the groove already at that. In the first 10 minutes, he wasn't into the groove.
Yeah, he wasn't into the groove. Unlike, you know, it's good that he plays in a very experienced midfielder, and then also someone who is young. Camavinga is young, and then yes, like you said, he doesn't just get into the action like that. He just slowly gets into it. But Modric, his first pass that just got deflected was a NASA, and if that ball would have gone through, his first touch might have been his first assist, because the pass that he was set, that he has targeted to give, was a very, very deadly pass, and if that pass would have gone through, then it would have been, you know, the first goal for them. So the substitution now was very smart. Like you said, he spoke to his son, and then his son gave him his own ideas, but you're like, no, this is not for this kind of competition. So he just like, okay, the moment he did that change, he changed the formation.
Can we also hold Tuchel responsible for, at that point, he decided to take out Harry Kane and brought in defensive reinforcement? That was around 79th minute. Wasn't that too early for him to have thought, or he wasn't aware he was dealing with the Galacticos?
He forgot one, he was dealing with the Galacticos, not just the Galacticos, he was dealing with Ancelotti. That can change. You know, in the period between say the 70th minute,
79th minute, 79th minute, okay,
70th minute down to like the 90th minute, he changed his formation twice. That's a very, very technical coach. The thing is, he doesn't, one thing with Ancelotti is he doesn't read his players. He reads the opponent, he reads the match. The moment he reads the match and then see where the angles where he can make those changes, he'll do it. The moment he does it, then he would figure out who would, you know, defend who, and then let the job easier on the person that will score the goal. The moment he figures that out, don't worry, it's done. That's what he was able to do last night. He figured out, okay, if I take away Toni Kroos and take away what's his name again, and just bring in Modric, and then Gallagher, the standing for Real Madrid that came in with Modric.
Militao.
Yes. So when he made that change, automatically the defensive end got stronger, and then the attacking force got stronger. So these two pairs now was what helped Real Madrid secure those strikes. And again, the change of formation, they were playing 4-4-2. They changed it to 4-3-3 when they scored the first goal, and then scored the second goal. He now changed the formation again to 5-4-1.
Yeah, that was. And let's. I think we've talked too much about last night, but last night was superb. So let's begin the program properly now. Let's begin with the Hala Madrid all over the world. Hala Madrid. Let's begin from the home front. But before we do that, we've got one of FCT's finest coaches in the studio, waiting in the wings. He's going to be joining us in the middle of the match. We're going to do what Carlo Ancelotti did last night, make a very good substitution somewhere along the line. But we've got Rafael Onaba, who is the head coach of Nugget Football Club right here in the Federal Capital Territory. They are renowned to unearth star players for Nigeria's Golden under 17 team, the Golden Eaglet, and the Nigerian Premier League football club sides across the country, unearthing stars for Nigerian teams in the Premier League. So we'll be having that coach join us in the course of the program. Let's quickly talk about the big stories making the rounds. Finally, our coach Finito, talking about Finidi George, the newly appointed Super Eagles coach, talking about Finidi George, says he will appoint his assistant coaches very soon in the wake of the rumors making the rounds over the discussions between the Nigerian Football Federation over who works with the ex-international. Finidi was appointed as the substantive coach of the Super Eagles on April 29, beating other candidates, including fellow 1994 African Cup of Nations winner Emmanuel Amunike, US Men's Under-19 coach Michael Nansen, Silvanus Okpala, and other candidates to the job. With barely a month to this first task of leading the Super Eagles against the Bafana of South Africa and the Squirrels of Benin Republic in two crucial 2026 World Cup qualifiers, Finidi is yet to name his assistant, with stories making the rounds. The NFL wants the ex-international to work with Daniel Omokachi and former captain Vincent Eyama as goalkeeper trainer, while the coach reportedly prefers foreign assistants. When correspondent asked Finidi how soon he would get his assistant, the 53-year-old Gaffer replied very soon. Also, spokesperson of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ademola Olajire, said the nation's football governing body would not be pressured by the rumors, insisting that the body would make the announcement at the appropriate time. Everything is sorted. The NFF will announce. We don't react to rumors, says Olajire. This was the back and forth the NFF did before the told us, okay, they were going to give us Finidi George. What's your expectation? Do you think having Daniel Amokachi as assistant? For me, I feel Daniel has too much big ego and would not want to listen to Finidi George, and so I think he's going to be an enemy to the team if Finidi George is brought in. But Vincent Eyama as goalkeeper trainer, fantastic.
Fantastic, yes, very good job. Good job with the NFF for that, because like we said earlier, we don't want you to just bring us someone we don't know. Give us somebody that we've seen the person's work and results. So just show us workings. We don't want cho. So the NFF are doing that. They are showing us workings, giving us, someone now that has done well as a coach now, as a goalkeeper's coach, Vincent Eyama as well. Talking about Amunike and Emmanuel Amunike, I know he's going to have, we all know he has this ego problem, and I don't think he wants to play second fiddle for Finidi George, in the sense that they might be having clashes.
He has already made some comments saying he wasn't given the job because some persons in the NFF do not like his guts, because he cannot be pushed around, which is very true.
Which is very true, yes. We all know that he cannot be pushed around. Even as a player, he wasn't a no-nonsense person.
Disciplined player.
He's very disciplined and all. So now, I'll be saying, look at Olise, Sunday Olise, or maybe for the assistant, of course.
But would you feel like probably Finidi George not also comfortable with Daniel Omokachi, because there are different personalities?
Yes, true. There are two different personalities, and again, Daniel Omokachi is has played internationally as well as Finidi George. So, and I feel they will be looking at Daniel Omokachi will be looking like, okay, this guy is we played together and all. He doesn't see if he can be able to be an assistant to him. But in the other end, I would just advise, or maybe if the NFF decides to give Daniel Omokachi the job, you should just look at the bigger picture. You're doing this for the country, and then put every other things aside and just focus on getting Nigeria to qualify. Because if we have these two guys as a coach and as assistants, Super Eagles would go far in the forthcoming World Cup qualifiers.
All right, we hope the best choice will be named by the Nigerian Football Federation, especially now that Finidi George wants foreigners as assistants. He must have his reasons. Let's hope the NFF supports Finidi George to get the best man in his coaching crew. Let's give it a big story concerning Ademola Lookman, one of the key men for Nigeria at the 34th African Cup of Nations. He is in the news this morning. The final of the 2024 Europa League could see three Nigerians chasing glory at the Aviva Stadium, Dublin in Ireland, come May 22nd. On Thursday, which is today, Victor Boniface and Nathan Taylor will be in action when high-flying German champions Bayer Leverkusen host Roma at the Bay Arena for the second leg of the semi-finals of the Europa League. For the second season running, the two clubs are meeting in the semi-finals, but events in the first leg make the new German champions favorite to overturn last year's result. Leverkusen took a giant stride towards meeting either Marseille or Atlanta in the final by running out 2-0 winners at Stadio Olimpico. With one foot in the Europa League final, Leverkusen will hope to preserve their 48-game unbeaten runs and set a new record for the longest unbeaten streak. Meanwhile, Benfica's long-standing European record set between December 1963 and February 1965 has now been matched, so keeping Roma at bay would cement their place in history. In another semi-final game, Lukman will hope to guide Atlanta to their first ever Europa League title, probably their first silverware in 61 years, but first have to overcome French giant Marseille, huddled today at home. Interesting crackers.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Like Nigerians waving the flag, doing amazing things. So this is just it. Like Bayer Leverkusen now have a 48-game run, and then they've been unbeaten in all these games. That's just so amazing. In a very long time, we've not seen a team that have played in all competitions.
About to make history now.
About to make history now. So now Atlanta again, they've not been to the finals in like 61 years. So now Ademo Lukman is looking to see if they can be able to, take the teams all the way and then win the trophy. But it's going to be a very big cracker tonight because Bayer Leverkusen are facing Roma and then Atlanta as well are facing Marseille.
But looking at the first leg result, 2-0 winning in Roma, you must be good to beat Roma at home in front of their very ferocious fans, and they've got their idol De Rossi as their coach, so they've got everything, and if you could beat them at home, whipping them in Germany, should it be so difficult?
I don't think it should be so difficult because, one, before the match even started, De Rossi has already, laid down his concerns
about Boniface and
Taylor. These are the two people he singled out because, he's a legend. For him to single out these two guys, that means they are obviously doing something right. So for them to secure the win in Roma, given the type of fans that the Romanians have, it shows that they should be able to do the same at home, but at the same vein, they have to be very, very careful. These guys are bleeding now, and they want Bayer Leverkusen to bleed too as well. So it's not going to be good to have all these runs and then lose at this point and then not even secure get to the trophy. So
all right, and so for Atlanta and Marseille, would you feel like the Italians have an edge over the French teams?
They played a 1-1 draw.
First leg,
yeah, they played a 1-1 draw. So now Atlanta is now high spirit, high momentum. They are playing at home. They have more advantage, home fans and home support and all of that. So at that point, I feel they can be able to find a way and secure the win and advance to the finals. But Marseille again are not also an easy nut to crack. It's going to be a very tedious crack, and then just can't wait to watch very good football tonight. All
right, it's going to be beautiful football. Thursday night football Europa League is what we're looking at. All right, let's give you some MPFL story making the rounds. The Nigerian Premier League Football League has been in the news and abuzz with excitement after superstar Israel Adesanya was spotted wearing an Enyimba jersey. The UFC champion took to his ex-account to post a photo of himself donning the away Enyimba jersey, capturing it soaring to new heights. Pray you keep up the pace with the Nigerian flag, eagle, and star emojis. Adesanya has built himself as an impressive legacy in a UFC from 2019 to 2022. He was the middleweight champion and defended his title successfully 5 times. The Nigerian-born New Zealander ranked second all-time for winning streaks and title fights in the division. He is also tied for first in knockdowns landed, according to UFC record book. This is beautiful to see this young man wear Enyimba. This is what we're saying. Yes. Show love, come back home, make Nigeria proud wherever you are.
seriously, this is very, very amazing. Now it has given, you know, other.
And he didn't wear shooting stars just because he was Yoruba. He wore it shows you he's detribalized.
Yes, he's detribalized, and then him wearing that jersey means so much to him. It means so much
to Nigerians,
to NFL, Nigerian Professional League, and then also to Nigeria at large. So it's what we're talking about. This is what we've been crying. You know, support local leagues, support local leagues, and this is just you wearing a jersey as a celebrity and just, you know, putting up a few words on your caption goes so much, does so much because of the influence you have. This is an amazing result. It's something nice that we're seeing from Israel.
All right, Desoya, thank you for wearing that jersey for Eyimba, the elephant of Aba, doing great things. Let's move on to another big story. Quick one. This is the news that hit the followers of the Nigerian Premier League football last week. The league will go on 1 month break after the match day 32 fixtures this weekend to allow Rivers United FC to play all their outstanding matches. League action will resume with match day 33 on the weekend of 25th to 26th of May. So we are in the month of May, and most other leagues in Africa and Europe are rounding off the season, but it is a long pause session for the game in Nigeria. This stoppage has automatically dragged the season into June and possibly the month of July. It's very sad. This test push stuff we're doing, it's making the league, making things,
It's making the league drag so much. Okay, at least Real Madrid will, I said Real Madrid, Rivers.
I understand how it feels when you're sitting close to Real Madrid.
Because you think they are going, they look like winning the championship. Well, they
couldn't win the 15th time.
They are going to win. So
we're the kings of Europe.
Talking about Rivers United, now they are actually having a match today with Kwara United, which will be played by 4 p.m. So Rivers are going to Kwara to play away from home.
I hope they don't drown.
We hope they, yes, we just hope they don't drown, because they are trying to struggle and see if they can get up to the table and then, you know, maybe get to top 5 or so they can also make it back to the Confederation Cup. So with this now, poor planning, this is what it leads to. Other countries, other continents are trying to round up, you know, their leagues, but now we are still going on 1 month break, and then coming back is now going to drag, and then it's also going to affect the next season. Probably them not starting on time, or the players not having enough time to rest and all of that, and then at the end of the day, you know, there will be so much pressure and then injuries and all of that without them resting, and then they'll just go back. So the Nigeria Professional League body needs to come and then sit down, have a round table and discuss on how they will plan properly. So all of these incidents of, you know, going on breaks when you have more than 5 to 10 matches that are yet not played. So all of these now are things that need to be, you know, focused on. These are issues that you need to pay attention to. So it wouldn't look as if, you know, down here we don't know where we are doing. It looks as if we are not being serious. When others are rounding off, we are going on break and coming back again to continue. It doesn't add up properly. All
right, I will take this last story before we go for the quick break and quick switch. Thomas Tuchel has turned into the officials of Bayern Munich's Champions League semi-finals tie against Real Madrid after his side were denied a potential late equalizer. Bayern crashed out of the Champions League in dramatic fashion on Wednesday night, leading the tie with 3 minutes to go, but conceding 2 late goals to Joselu as Madrid booked their place at Wembley at the start of June. But the former Stoke forward striker were only half the story, with Matis de Ligt netting in the 13th minute of injury time, only for the Polish referee Szymon Marciniak to have blown his whistle for offside moments before. All right, let's talk about this before you run away. Do you think this was what changed the face of the game, this blowing of the calling this an offside? It was obviously an offside. The referee assistant at the side did raise this flag.
Yes, it's an offside. So, you know, it's competition. The emotions is already tense already, and so again, them losing 2-1 after having the lead, it's another different cracker, because now they have seen an opportunity to equalize, and then now you're taking it away from them. Just like when Real Madrid scored the first goal, and it was cancelled, and then Bayern Munich had to play foul because, you know, there was a contact on the face. So the VAR was there, and it also showed that it was clearly an offside. And then the last man saw it, he raised his flag. So it's just what comes with, you know, the game of football. And if you're losing from behind and then want to just come back up at least and try to salvage something out of it, this is reactions you get. So he's a competitive man, despite the fact he's leaving Bayern. He just don't want to leave Bayern, you know, empty-handed.
Do you think Bayern might have a rethink and say, let's keep this man because he has the fire?
He has the fire. He has the fire, because now he's going to obviously, you know, want to do more. But if they keep him by next season, see how he can overthrow Bayern Leverkusen and then, you know, other league, and as well come back to the Champions League and, you know, perform as Bayern Munich that they used to.
Do you think he'll be better if he returned back to the English Premier League? Already he's giving Manchester United come take me plea.
I know if he's coming back to Manchester United, he's going to be coming back for revenge for one team, Chelsea. So, and I know he would want to go to Manchester United. Any team.
But can he do wonders for United?
He can. You know, okay, now, I'm just being honest. Yeah. Manchester United have the quality, but I think the problem now is just the manager, is who to coach and who to manage.
Do you think Chelsea was in a hurry to sack him?
Yes, they were in a hurry to sack him. Look at what Pochettino is doing. You know, Pochettino is just 2 matches now that we've won after how many games played.
He has been consistent, suddenly becoming consistent.
So let's just see what plays out and then see how the season runs off. But if Thomas Tuchel was still in Chelsea, I have a feeling that we would have gotten to the Champions League.
Definitely.
So that is just it.
All right,
that was the trophy we won.
Yeah, that was the last time Chelsea felt or kissed something called a trophy.
I can't remember when last time Manchester United won an actual trophy. Like
yes, we did win the Carabao Cup, we won the Europa Cup. Those are trophies, boy. All right, we'll go for a quick break here before he gives more jobs. Bragging rights not allowed right now.
Do you want to travel?
We're going for a quick break. When we return, we're going to get one of FCT's finest coaches will be joining us in the live studios. His name is Ralph Onamba, who is the head coach of Nugget Football Club right here in the Federal Capital Territory. That will be after this break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Talk Sports on Global Television, and like Ancelotti did last night to give the Galacticos the needed victory, we've also made a very quick change. We're swapping our 6-foot-tall striker Samuel Odi for FCT's finest coach in the person of Rafael Onamba, who is the head coach of Refined Nuggets Football Club right here in the Federal Capital Territory, and who recently took on a national assignment, being the chief coach of the Nigerian oil and gas industry team in the NOGIG 19th edition of football tournament. And so we'll be taking our own share of the goodies from him just after this program. We see he's looking so chubby, almost thinking he has joined Robbie. Rafael, nice to have you in the studio.
Pleasure to be here.
All right, let's look at how has it been for Refined Nuggets Football Club and this recent tournament that just played out.
Yeah, it's all good. It has been a whole lot of hard work with the kids in the academy, and currently we are still participating and planning to defend our cup as the current champion of Abuja Kids Soccer League.
Okay.
It was organized by the NFF.
Oh.
And,
okay.
And also, it has been, I think it's been a long time we saw.
Yeah, very long.
I've been on a national assignment. I was appointed, sorry, I didn't tell you that. I was appointed as the head coach of NMPDRA, that is Downstream Regulatory Authority. Oh boy. And we just finished.
Like to be coach of the oil sector.
No, we lost to NNPC at the semi-finals.
Okay.
At the top place, rather, at the National Stadium, at MK Abiola.
Was that is it like a month or so ago?
I don't get it.
Well, how long was this tournament?
It was like 3 months. The preliminaries was played at Port Harcourt, Shell Field in Port Harcourt.
Okay.
We were there for some weeks, and coming back again, preparing, and along the line we even lost the player.
Wow, he died. What happened?
I think it's a personal issue, I can't discuss that on air, but he was sick, seriously sick. And
wow.
The final was just concluded last Saturday. So a lot of top ministers and people in sports were there.
Okay, in terms of the football proper, would you say, how would you judge the performance of the teams that were at the tournament? Especially for the six geopolitical zones.
There are lots of great talents in oil and gas sectors, especially look at the teams like NMPDRA, great players. The teams like NNPC, Chevron, though I want Chevron.
No, okay.
Chevron and Secretariat. There are a lot of great talents in the tournament.
Okay, let's, in terms of the officiating, how will you describe the officiating?
Standard. Our referee are really improving. Standard.
Okay, let's get into discuss on the national level. Recently, we know Finidi George has been appointed. Just to get your take, how does it feel amongst local coaches, the fact that the NFF has finally decided to give homegrown coaches a chance to lead the national team?
Yeah, it's a good one for Finidi, and you know, he has been working with Enyimba, and he's someone that is always, he even worked with the past white man, our former coach.
Jose Preciero, yeah.
Also, he's someone that I do watch his match whenever I go to Aba Township Stadium. I was there some months ago. I watched his match, and the guy is really doing a good job with the team. So his appointment as the head coach of the team is a plus, and I believe he's going to do well.
In terms of now that we're having issues, we're told Finidi prefers foreign assistants, and at the same time, the NFF is thinking, okay, we want to bring in Vincent Eyama, we want to bring in Daniel Omokachi. Why do you think Finidi George would prefer foreign assistants when we are struggling or had pushed for the NFF to give us a local coach? Why would he now say, do you think there's something wrong with that?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because as a coach, sometimes you might actually want to, you know, also learn more from someone who is in the a more advanced country, you know, in terms of technology,
so,
and all of that.
But wouldn't that mean that the NFF was wrong to appoint him if he feels the foreign coaches or assistants will be better than his Nigerian coaches?
Yeah,
is that not a contradiction?
Football also too. You don't know it all in football. Look at great clubs in Europe now. Some of these great coaches are having blacks as their assistants. You can't tell me that why didn't they go for white assistants too? You know, football is a global thing now, and also the likes of Enyama is a plus, because that has been the greatest and the best goalkeeper ever had in this country. And but Omokachi, the question is, do you know, or hasn't been coaching anything? What does he have? What does he have? You can't offer anything when you're not in the system. You can be managing this and that, but as a coach, currently you and I know that Omokachi is not coaching anything. And how do you want to come into that level, that higher level as a coach, as an assistant coach? You don't have anything to offer. I mean, like you said earlier on, you know, pride and ego. But he's someone I have seen, I know him very well, so I think he's going to cause a problem between him and Finidi, because he's someone that doesn't like to waste him.
Okay, let's looking at the World Cup matches coming, we're currently third in our group. We've played 2 draws. We're going to be facing Bafana of South Africa and the Couriers of Benin Republic. How big is this match going to be for Finidi George? Are we taking a risk that might make us qualify for 2026 World Cup?
I think we have all the good players and all the top players in the world that can actually give us good results. You know, if you look at Bundesliga, if you look at Premier League, if you look at other top leagues, Nigerian players are doing well. So I don't think anything can stop us. We're unstoppable. And with the likes of Finidi, you know, he was once an ex-international. You know, I believe he's going to also make this guy realize that it takes a lot to represent Nigeria, and you have to sweat it out. This is World Cup, and this is Nigeria we're talking about.
Okay, as we wrap our conversation up, because we have barely 15 minutes to talk more, let's look at, in terms of grassroots football, looking at Refined Nuggets, how far and how well. The last time we talked about the possibility of getting sponsors, players going to Europe, and we know that some of your players also, especially the female team, some of them did go abroad. What's the update?
It has not been easy though, but we give God the glory. And also, I really want the government to look into grassroots football, because a lot of things are not really doing well.
Like what?
Good pitches.
Okay.
You know, nowadays we all rely on synthetic pitches. You and I know that synthetic is not even the best pitch for a grassroots footballer that really want to meet up. What happens to the natural grass and all of that? Go to the National Stadium where AS Roman is training. It was renovated by Dangote, but if you go there now, you see, you won't even be happy. Even the National Stadium where I was last week, the pitch is not even up to standard. Remember, South Africa complained about our pitch when their kids came to Nigeria to play. I think South Africa or Cameroon, when they came to us,
for the Super Falcons,
and all of that. So these are areas we really need to look into.
Okay. So, in terms of for you, what's next now? Are you still with the team on the national assignment, or it's done?
I'm still a special scout. I'm still with the team. I'm still, you know, this is my life now, and I've always been a winner. I've never been a loser before. So anywhere I work, people always love to retain me as their coach. But it's only when I'm done, I tell you, I want to try something. I want to be something. I want to like compete more. That is the only time I resign.
Okay. So what's your next focus right now? Do we?
Yeah, we are planning to organize a championship for kids in Abuja.
Okay.
Maybe once it's time, I'm going to invite you, or to be part of the people that is going to in terms of media and all of that. So, and also we are also having a program this Saturday, grassroots development scheme for kids on Saturday, courtesy of KME Group.
Okay, that will be commercial now.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump. Let's quickly, before we go, let's talk about the Champions League. How did you see Real Madrid, Bayern? Did you think the best team won, and how will you assess both coaches?
You can see I'm putting on white now. White Angels, always the best thing of Europe.
Okay, hello Madrid. But do you think Madrid was lucky? Let's be realistic.
It has never been a lucky or whatever. It's not by fluke. We are always the king. Even if you are leading us by 2-0, we have this spirit of coming back. That's why we're the king of Europe. So, and as for the offside, people were clamoring about. I think the referee was trying to do what we call damage control. After that 2 minutes, he signaled 2 minutes.
Yeah, he signaled 2 minutes.
Exceeded to 4 minutes. So it's more of like a damage control. It got carried away. Maybe that was one of the biggest match you ever officiated in his career. So that was the reason why he cancelled. To me, that wasn't an offside. I'm a Madrid fan.
Does the goal Bayern score?
It wasn't an offside.
No, but the VAR showed us it was offside.
The VAR are trying to cover up for the referee. These guys are human, You and I know that goal wasn't an offside. So I think they just have to cover up for him. And it was a damage control. But
why would they want to cover up for him? Because rather they want the goal to stand to make it 2-2, and so that both teams will have the chance to.
Have in mind that Germany cannot qualify for Champions League final. So I think they prefer a Spanish team and a German team to qualify.
Okay, let's.
Madrid have it in mind. These are big boss. These are men when it comes to Champions League. They are one of the. They are one of the clubs that when it comes to football, they are one of the clubs that you have to respect and you have to give them their maximum.
So what will be your prediction for the finals?
I see Madrid winning. Dortmund is a walkover.
Why?
They are not up, so they are not much. Dortmund is a walkover. Madrid is winning. Madrid will be 4-1 or 4-0.
Okay, that's a very bold prediction. We'll see how it's going to be panned out in the coming days. I asked you about the female football. Any update about some of the players, Nigerian players abroad in the female team?
Some of the girls that traveled, they are doing well. The one at the US, Lola, and some of these girls that I played with my boss,
Bankole, yeah.
They are all doing well. They are all signing good contracts. And currently, I think the league, first round of the league just ended. Some of the ones in the Nigerian league are coming back to my camp to stay, and I train them till after the break and all of that. Just yesterday, Rata played with Youth Sports at Kefi, I think Lafia,
FA Cup, yeah.
And Nigeria won by, I think 7-0. I watched the match live on internet, and I was impressed. The facility, the pitch, everything is just superb.
Okay, for the Nigerian MPFL, would you say you're impressed with how the league is going thus far, even though now we've gone on a 1-month break?
So far, so good. Under the leadership of our new NFF president, I think things have been going on.
Any prediction who's going to win the Nigerian league? We've got Enugu Rangers, we've got Eyimba, they've got Remo Stars also making a very strong claim.
I think the battle is in between Enugu Rangers, Remo, and Eyimba.
Is there a chance that Rivers United might come up if they finish playing all their matches?
I don't see them coming up. I don't see Rivers going.
All right, that's I think that will be all we'll be having with Coach Rafael Namba. Coach, I hope you'll be coming more often. Hopefully, we'll get you, if you can, tomorrow. Join us on Talk Sports so that we can x-ray other issues making the rounds. All right, so that's how much we're going to discuss with Coach Ralph Onamba for now. Hopefully he'll be joining us tomorrow, and in subsequent editions of the program we'll go for another quick break so that our 6-foot tall striker that reminds us of Victor Gali will be stepping in so that I can rub it on his face, the Hala Madrid Chelsea fans. All right, welcome back. It's Still Talk Sport, and this is where we draw the curtains on today's edition of the program. I want to say a big thank you to the head coach of Refined Nuggets Football Club right here in the Federal Capital Territory, in the person of Ralph Onamba, who also went for the 19th edition of the NOGIC tournament and came out tops, third position. Congratulations to him and his team, and also as he looks to defend the Abuja Kids League Cup, which he won for kids under 5, 8 and 10, I guess. That's a category being organized by the Nigerian Football Federation and ex-international Femi Ajilore. So congratulations to Coach Ralph Onamba. All right, this is where we're going to draw the curtains, and we're still saying congratulations to all Real Madrid fans across the world, especially for those Real Madrid fans who are half Chelsea, half Madrid.
I'm not actually half Chelsea. I'm sold out. I'm all Chelsea. But it should be saying for those fans who are half Manchester United, half
Ajax,
half AC Milan, and half Lokoja United. So all those guys are those people you need to be talking to and say all of this stuff. So.
All right, as we say goodbye to Tiffany wherever you are. This is just to say we love you, Tiffany. Take care, and
yes, have everything home and abroad, making us proud, putting on smiles on our faces, our families.
Okay.
Thank you for staying with Talk Sport. We appreciate you. Watch football. They say weekend starts on Thursday. Do you believe that?
Yeah, I do, especially when you got a friend. A friend. It's and especially if you love baseball, it starts on Thursday. You have to get ready for baseball. And Monday, tomorrow, we'll be talking a lot about baseball. I hope you're going to join us. So that's the newest sport in the African continent, and it's hitting Nigeria live. It's got 10 massive benefits for you to enjoy, and that's the reason why we're urging everybody to embrace the game of baseball. We'll talk about it a lot tomorrow. Good morning. My name is Anthony Momodu, the King of Sports.